What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed and I am back today with an update on the current market situation, what I'm doing, what I'm hoping that people are doing as well, because again, there's two people in this world. There's the people who buy the dip and there's the people who panic sell. Don't be the person who panic sells. Now again, don't get me wrong. My videos are not for financial advice, but I want to make sure that you guys get the perspective from my end on what I've learned, because I've been burned many, many times. And I think the most recent time that I can look back and say I was burned was during the pandemic. So guys, if we go back and when the actual pandemic hit and lockdown occurred, look what happened to a lot of stocks. So I'm just looking at way back March 2020. This is almost a direct replica of what we saw then. Yes, currently there's some variants going around saying, that's potentially scaring people. Stimulus talks are, just delayed. People are waiting for these checks to come, etc. But look what happened. A lot of good companies, fundamentally strong companies, had a significant pullback on the, beginning of March, end of February, all the way till about March 20th. And that's when we know the market decided to do its turnaround after, a significant drop between 20 to 50%. Again, we entered a bear market or bear market territory, which is a decrease in about 20%. And then from there, we saw everything kind of bounce back up, and we were on a bull run for, a solid pretty much 11 months, guys, till February 19th. And now what are we seeing? A significant pullback on a lot of very strong companies and strong plays. So Square, the reason I'm highlighting this one, it's down about 15% from its all-time high of 276. Guys, that's not something we should overlook. All right, I'm gonna make my screen smaller here so you guys can see better. But before I do so, again, for anyone that has not been able to trade in the pre-market and the post-market, you can use Webull. If you deposit, not even deposit, if you just create an account, you get 2 free stocks as soon as you do so. So again, if you just want a quick 2 stocks, even if you don't want to use the platform, I think you'd be surprised to how good it is, because this is now my new favorite. So feel free to join Webull with my link below. It does help out the channel, and it also helps me out, and it helps you out, because it does give you 2 free stocks. Also, shout out to Patreon page. If you do want to join, I do announce my buys and sells there. And I also have just a growing community where we talk about all things stocks. So feel free to join us there as well. Now, let's keep going. So guys, the reason I have some big stocks, I want to talk about, our stocks for sure. Zomedica, of course, ticker symbol ZOM. We know it's been pulling back a little bit, but guys, based off the technicals, remember, there's a very strong support for Zomedica at $1.93. So what the support line means, those are potential buying opportunities or entry points for everybody, including myself. So if I see Zomedica pull back to $1.93-ish, 95, that's a time for us to strike. We know there's another support line at $1.46, because that's where it pulled back to previously. So again, wherever the market pulls back, in recent times, that's how we could determine where are the support lines. And again, you can look at your own technical analysis and do so, but I just want to give you guys the quick information that I have access to. So again, at $1.93, Zomedica is going to be, that's where I'm going to be loading up, hopefully more, if it does pull back to there. And if it pulls back to $1.46, I'm going to be loading up even more. True Pharma is launching end of the month. That's not going to change. The company fundamentally has not changed. Guys, we're just currently seeing a market pullback, and it's continuing. So again, 2 people in this world: those who panic sell and those who hold and buy the dip. If you don't have buying power, hold. Again, not financial advice, guys, but what am I doing? That's what I'm doing. I'm not selling. People have been messaging me saying, hey, what are you doing? Guys, I'm sure, again, I'm not certain. I'm not a fortune teller. I can't look into the future, but I'm sure we're going to bounce back from this. And I don't want people to panic. That's not right. It's not the right thing to do, because again, we can look back and see. Square is my favorite thing to look at. Dropped 50% in price, and look what happened thereafter. It recovered and then went on a beautiful bull run along with the rest of the market. So people panic sold. They regretted it. They were in at $79, sold at $38, lost a bunch of money. And then they got back in at some point. But again, we realized that the market always, corrections happen. And then guess what? We see a continuation of a bull run, or, again, the normal market trend, which is, in the positive direction. So corrections are healthy and they're normal. This one has been just longer than I would like to see. And, hopefully it's going to snap out of it ASAP, especially with stimulus talks incoming. Jaguar Health, JAGX, same thing. Guys, I know it's a penny stock. Penny stocks are highly volatile, and that's why I'm telling you right now, especially with Jaguar Health, we know currently it's, fell through its, so it had, strong support at 240. If we look back here, So around 240 or 244, it has a very strong support and resistance point. So unfortunately, it's been kind of retracing down and pulling back continuously, but we do have support, very strong support at $1.69. So if it pulls back even more to $1.69, that's when I'm going to be loading up more. If you're not someone who has buying power, again, instead of loading up, rather just hold on tight. And I'm hoping that we're going to see it bounce back with the rest of the market, because again, trading volume has been down. People have been selling their shares and getting out of plays. That's just been the overall theme of the market lately. So for us, people who are patient, people who are strong, the holders, HOLD, holding on for dear life, we're going to be rewarded. I am hoping so. Again, can't determine for sure, but I'm someone who's optimistic. And again, always remember, any money that comes into the market is money that you want to make sure you're able to lose. If you put money, your rent money or your mortgage, that kind of money into the market, be careful, right? I don't want you to make mistakes and get burned in the future. So let's keep it going, guys. ACST, Acoustic Pharma. Again, like the rest of our pharmaceutical plays, this one got hit more so than others. We got in about $1. So we're down about 32% from its all-time high at 120, down about 45%. Again, penny stocks are hit the hardest during these pullbacks. So for this one here, honestly, I'm looking to get in soon. Right now we know it has support at 61 cents. So if it breaks that support line or gets somewhere around there, I'm going to average down. So averaging down is what I also call buying the dip. So right, you could buy the dip or average down if you already have money in these plays, instead of selling out of them and trying to find a re-entry point lower because you think the market's going to continue to pull back. That's quite dangerous to do. Of course, I want you always to be careful when you're putting your money into the market, but regardless, guys, averaging down is one thing to do if you have buying power, holding, or again, buying the dip if you're looking to establish positions in new companies. So the reason I want to I just wanted to bring those up from our penny stock challenge, and just to show you my 1K to 10K portfolio, we're down about 8%. Am I upset about it? For sure, just like you all are. I know I was hoping that we're going to see continuous run up, but unfortunately around the time that we started this challenge was when the market continued to kind of enter into this bearish territory. So again, if we look at the 1 month here, started about beginning of February at $1,000, and since then we saw it run up significantly to almost up 11.5, 12%, and that's when we saw the overall market pull back. And since then we've been hit pretty hard, which again, I'm not too concerned, but I'm upset because again, losing money is never fun. I can't say that I'm doing that with a smile at all. And that's why I'm coming to you guys with a more serious tone. So I wanted to give you guys an update on that quick. Again, we're kind of down across all our plays, 8% in total, but I'm hoping again we're going to see a pullback. And if we currently don't have any buying power. So this is the kind of situation where all we could do is hold and hope for the best. That's all I'm doing. Now, I want to talk about some of the big dog plays, the ones that I haven't talked about much on my channel, but it's only right that I share these with you guys because these are companies that I'm looking to load up on ASAP. So for Tesla, right now, we actually broke the support line at $657, which is a little concerning. So I've been in Tesla for a really long time now, but we know from its all-time high of almost $900, we're down about 25%. So the next support level for Tesla is going to be at $571. So right now it's kind of entered bearish territory. If you look at any of the overall, the short term and long term, short and more intermediate term, Tesla has entered bearish territory. Now, what does that mean for everybody who has not invested into Tesla or is looking to maybe get into a decent price point? Right now, between now and 571, I know that's a pretty big range, but it's potentially a good time to buy in or start getting some skin in the game into this play. So what am I doing with Tesla? My cost average is very low, about $340, just keeping it transparent. So for me, if I see it come down to around 570, that's when I'm gonna load up on it. Now, are we gonna see that number? Who knows? If the market decides to rebound, I absolutely doubt we'll ever see 571. But right now, again, down 25% from its all-time high, maybe an opportunity to get some skin in the game at 650. So guys, keep Tesla on your radar. The other one I want to mention today, of course, that I've been talking about is Square. I think Square is a game changer. 5, 10, 20 years down the line, they're going to continue to grow and do well. Even just look at the 5-year chart. They were a $10 company just 5 years ago, not even. Up 2,800%. Regardless, from its all-time high here, looks like about 276, it's down about 15%. So guys, with Square, we know right now it's pulled back significantly. So its next support line is at 231. So again, right now, between now and then, it might be a good, decent opportunity to get some skin in the game. But don't put all your money immediately in, rather averaging down. So there's a support line at $231. There's also a support line at $214. So those are 2 points. Whenever we know there's support lines, again, just looking at basic technical analysis, support lines mean potential buying opportunities, because again, that's when it could go, it could hit it and then a J up into the positive direction if the overall market does decide to rebound. So at 231, I like Square. At 214, I like it more. And if it ever pulls back to 201, I don't know if we're going to ever see that, because that's going back to, way back to November numbers. I highly doubt we will see that, but if we do, that's when you want to load up as much as possible. But for right now, averaging down, potentially time, or getting some skin in the game, right now is a potential good time, guys. Last but not least, I want to talk about NIO, ticker symbol NIO. Guys, this play here has probably been it was destroyed after its earnings. It pulled back even more, and it continued to bleed more and more and more. So look at its all-time high at 62.70, down 33%. Guys, that is pretty significant. But again, what does that mean for me? What does that mean for you all that have not been able to find a good entry point for NIO? Maybe it is now time to think to get some skin in the game. If your cost average is high, we know we broke the support of $43. Now the next support line's at $40.27, which we're approaching it. So if we break that $40.27 support, guys, thereafter we're looking at potentially $31 as the next support line. So are we going to see that? Probably not. In my assumptions and my estimations say no. So again, I think if you're looking to start a position in NIO, maybe getting some skin in the game now, pulls back to around $40. You could even average down a little bit if you start one tomorrow, say. Then after that, we're probably going to see a pullback significantly to about $31 before it has very strong support. So those are the different things that I want you guys to keep in mind when looking at the overall market, because again, guys, remember, the market will rebound regardless. S&P 500, I always talk about the index funds. Look back, instead of focusing on the 1 day or the 5-day chart, God, even the 1 month, look at this, like we're down almost 3%. Look at the 1 year, look at the 5 year, look at the max chart. Regardless of what happens when we see dips, right? Look at this dip right here. That's insanity. Guess what? We see sharp recoveries. Dips, recoveries. Dips, recoveries. Dips, recoveries. Pay attention with me, guys. I need you to focus in. Make sure that you realize whatever happens with the dips, we see recoveries. So as long as you believe in the companies that you're invested in, all your hard-earned money that you decided to put into these businesses, if you did so thinking that they're going to do well in the next 5 to 10 years because you did a very solid due diligence and research on it, why sell when it's dipping? Why not hold on tight, support the business, and help them get back up, and then make a killing out of that? That's my mentality. That's my focus. And until next time, everybody, I want you to stay focused, stay strong in this bearish market. I'm not going to call it a bear market because I'm hoping we're going to see a rebound, a bull run incoming. Optimism is the way to do things. So until next time, everybody, keep investing.